Hello everyone. Welcome to part 2 of making a Pokemon style NPC trainer. So last time we created our template here and we pasted him in. He was around here or something. I've got him moved out of the way for this next video, so that if he saw you to roughly here, he would initiate a battle. And he's just standing still. So today I am going to show you what it takes to add a second trainer into a map. But first, I want to talk about the importance of debugging, because as I spent a long time trying to make this video, I kept running into bugs. And I thought I'd show you what those bugs are to give you an example of what might go wrong when you're making this out of memory. So, bug 1 is right in this event. More specifically, I had this mixed up. I told the game that the trainer was facing left, the NPC trainer, which means they were facing this side over here that my mouse is at and moving. If they're facing that way, to check that the player had a higher value instead of the trainer. This created a weird bug to where, to where if he was facing that way and I was on this side, that my character would turn left or face right and look backwards, and the trainer would only travel one square. I also had the right mixed up as well, so I already fixed that bug. I also refined the process for copying a little. Only on this first one do I have this distance calculator. If distance calculator equals or is less to, and then the battle start, I only got it there so that way I can copy and paste it into these other three after I set that initial one. Bug 2 that I found out about. Events will not travel through other events. So I had my spinner set up and he'd work perfect going this way, going this way, going this way, but he would not work going up. And for the life of me, I just could not understand why. As far as I knew, since this was the priority same as character, meaning they're on the same layer as the character, and this was below character, it should have just gone through. I thought it was something wrong with RPG Maker MV. Nah, it's just there was a problem with me. So what you gotta do, if your character is going to move a significant direction, you got to make sure they don't have events in their path. So today we're going to do the spinner character. We want to make sure that up, down, left, and right are open. So we just move this event over. Now it's good. Now everything will copy over perfectly. One final thing. When you are copying over events, make darn sure you're changing all of the variables and event IDs in your events. Where it says if trainer X, make sure that says the trainer number that you're actually trying to control. Make sure that the T1X is the one is actually the trainer number that you're trying to control. If you don't, it's not going to work. So, getting started. First, we want to, we're going to create the trainer. First, we're going to clone him, copy. We're going to copy his 2 controlling events. And now, first we want to edit this so that his event ID name is trainer2. We want to go to here, edit battle start, and set battle start to the same number as your trainer ID, or as your trainer. So trainer 2, battle start 2. Okay, that's done. Now we want to go into here and we want to create 2 new variables. We want to create T2X and T2Y. Ooh. So, you're going to want to make sure every time you create a new trainer on the map that you got enough of these trainer X's and trainer Y's with the number in between to identify it. So this map currently has 2 trainers, so I had to create a second trainer. Now any map that has 2 or less trainers, I don't need to create these anymore because this will just copy and paste over to every map. Remember, you're not doing the trainer in the game that you've placed. You're just doing trainers per map. This will save you a lot of variables. You could do it the other way, but you're gonna have hundreds of trainers, and I don't know what the maximum is. It looks like somewhere in the 1,000 range. I don't know if it actually goes to 9,999. 5,000. That is the most variables you can have. And yeah, that's a lot of variables, and in the scope of a normal Pokemon game, you're probably not gonna go through that many. So let's change the maximum down to 40. There we go. Okay, so we actually want to manipulate T2X. We want to set it to game data, to character trainer 2 map X. T2Y, game data, character trainer 2 map Y. Okay, so now this variable will keep track of where trainer 2 is on the map. And really, you can copy this event into other maps. You're just going to have to reset these to the actual trainer IDs. I'll be showing that in our 4th video. I'm making this a 4-part series. Okay, so that's done. So now we're going to go to here, and very importantly, we are going to set storage to trainer 2 because trainer 2 is the event ID name. Oop, here we are. And then we're just going to change everything so that it equals what we want it to. Battle check, we're setting it to 2 because this is trainer 2 we are controlling. Okay. And now we just edit the final 3 to make sure that it is trainer 2 and the trainer 2 X coordinate or trainer 2 variables. Oop. And now we're just gonna double check everything. We're gonna make sure that the event ID name is trainer 2. Replace the X with the 2. That way it's easy to find. Looking down, trainer 2 T2X, trainer 2 T2X, 2222. Okay, this event is good. Now we go to here. We edit the if battle check equals to make sure it equals 2. We change this to trainer 2. We're going to set the distance calculator to 3, so he only has to see the player from 3 away, and he'll start a battle. Set battle start to 2. Okay, so now we can copy the distance calculator and just paste it underneath the next 3 of these. Now we go and we edit the other 3 direction checks for this event. Alright, one more. Alright, this should be good. Battle check is 2, trainer 2, trainer 2, trainer 2 variables, trainer 2 variables, trainer 2 variables. Good. If I'm sounding a little paranoid, it's because, banging your head trying to debug these things, because it starts to blur together. It all looks right, and you gotta go through line after line after line. The truth is, you really should only have to look in the direction that they're facing. So if the trainer's facing right and they're not doing what you said, you just check this variable, this event, and the other event. You also got to check to make sure this is set correctly. Anyway, so our trainer now operates exactly like this trainer as of now. He's always going to look down. He's not going to look in any other direction though. Changing that is real simple though. We simply go to his movement, set it to custom, set root, turn at random, wait. Now, you gotta choose how many frames, not how many seconds, how many frames the game is gonna wait. If you have any knowledge of RPG Maker, any RPG Maker really, you should know this. I am going to set mine to 80, so a little over a second, according to the game. I'm pretty sure it's longer than a second at 60 frames. And that's it. Let's copy these two things. Okay. Then we're going to go all the way to 4. Custom. Root. Paste in those two. And we're done. This trainer should now spin, and if he sees you up to here, he should initiate a battle. Let's check it out. There we go. We can game in to title, new game, head up here. Oh, dang it. That's looking good. Yes, it is important that you test every direction. Okay. So that NPC is done. And of course, this NPC will initiate battle if he sees you as well. So, to recap, it's important to check all of your information. It is important to make sure that events do not interfere with the direction that your NPC is going. You can get around this and use through, but for the sake of just being compatible with what we've done already, I'm just moving the events out of the way. There's no harm in doing that. So, next time, we are going to set a patrol route for our next NPC. I'll have everything copied already over, since you saw me copy it over this turn to see how to create a new NPC. And you might be thinking, well, can't we just use custom route and set the route? Not exactly. It creates a bug, a bad bug, and even with my workaround, they're going to behave a little weirdly while you're on the map after the battle until you exit the map and come back. So yeah, I'll show how to do it. Don't worry, it does work. It's just not after the battle, only until you leave the map and then come back. They're going to act a little weird. And then for video 4, because I decided to make this a 4-part series, we're going to take the trainers we create and we're going to populate a test route just to see what it looks like. So this has been how to create a spinning NPC trainer in a Pokemon style game. And I will see you guys next time.